So everybody, welcome back to a new episode of What Wap Podcast. It's been a while now.
Yeah.
Has it been a while or is it just me? No, it's been a while.
Well, we had the one episode after Christmas.
After Christmas when you came back from the States.
Yeah.
And then we had like this other one.
And now we have the season finale.
The season finale. I love the way that you state it like that, man. Season finale.
With the big reveal.
Yeah, what's going to be the big reveal?
Who knows?
I don't know. How big is your dick? Is it something like that? Like mine is like, I don't know, 19 centimeters? Is that? You guys go do inches though, right? Not centimeters.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about this? I don't know. Before.
Then in my case, it would be a tremendously massive reveal. As everyone knows.
A humongous reveal. I have a question before we start anything. Before we talk about anything today. What do you like to do with your money? Say, for example, you get like money, right? I'm not talking, okay.
How big's your dick? Hey, what do you like to do with your money?
That's nuts. Okay, say you get... What I mean is that, all right, like you got your money, right? You pay your bills. Maybe you're saving, right?
Yeah.
Like you're doing, okay, bunch of shit. I don't know if you're saving or anything. But like, for example, if you see yourself with some extra money, what do you do with it? Are you like, wow, I could really buy some more drugs with this? Or, wow, maybe I'll get that new video game console or something. What do you do like with money?
Yeah.
For you?
Dude, I'm figuring that out. Because I haven't actually had much money. Like,
God, that sucks. But I mean, like, I don't know, like 50,000, like to just throw away.
Throw away?
Yeah.
It always ends up being like I go on a date or something.
Mm-hmm.
Karaoke.
So it's never like something physical. You spend like extra money and let's go
times.
out and party.
Yeah, it'll be like I'll treat her out and we'll go do something cool.
Okay. Also, you spend it on somebody else.
Yeah, usually. That's how it ends up. Yeah, I squander it.
I'm asking you this because yesterday I spent like 110,000 lucas on me, but I fucking hated doing it though.
But what'd you get?
Like clothes.
Okay.
Like I got underwear.
You're gonna wear shirts that don't just say Cesar now? Is that the...
No. Like for work shit, right? Like
Okay.
shirts, like work shirts and
that
pants.
sucks.
God, that's so much fucking money.
Yeah.
Oh, I spent like 40 just on fucking underwear. Nobody's gonna see, but flaga. You know, like God, that sucks.
That
and
blows.
I bought a fucking perfume. It was like 70,000.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it, you know?
Yeah.
But-
I got suckered into that.
But the thing is, like, I know people that actually enjoy that.
Trying to smell pretty.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta smell pretty if you're gonna go like to a business meeting or whatever and give like a good impression. You know,
Yeah.
it's like an investment. I see it as a long-term investment, right? It has to do with how people look at you when you go to work and shit. But I ask you this because I know there are people that actually enjoy like that kind of shit. You know, it's like the end of the month. I'm like, I'm gonna buy a $20,000 shirt or whatever. Lucas, sorry,
Like,
not $20,000.
For me, it'd be like, oh, I can get that. There's a thrift shop. Like, there's a, like I can hit the thrift shop and they have like the New York Knicks 1986 hat.
Ropa americana. So you like that kind of vintage shit.
Vintage shit, dude. I would go out and like, it's on me, buddy.
Yeah.
And like go to vintage places and get like, boom, yeah. NBA champions, 1974. And like all that like super vintage shit. That'd be awesome.
But you don't like buying like actual attire.
I don't know. There's just not that much like really cool. Because I don't actually want to look cool.
True, right? Because I kind of find that you dress kind of like the way I do. Is like you put clothes on,
Yeah.
right? Like
I call it the Mark Zuckerberg.
you call it the Mark Zuckerberg. There you go.
The same gray shirt every day.
Right? It's like, well, I gotta use clothes, so fuck it. You know, it's like I put on like pants and a shirt, and that's pretty much it. I don't really look at, wow, this one looks nice. You know, wow, these pants would really go with this shirt. You know, or
Once in a while. I want to have like 2 or 3 shirts on deck where it's like fun night, my play pants, and like that, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff.
What about shoes, like sneakers and shit? I have friends that they were like, when I was a kid, I remember they were like, man, check out these sneakers I got. You know, así como 50 lucas, a fucking Nike. I was like, God damn it.
I really couldn't care less about sneakers.
Yeah. I couldn't
all.
care less about clothes at all, man. And I fucking, yesterday spent that much money and I fucking hated it. I
No,
couldn't
you
stand
didn't.
it.
No,
I
you didn't.
Man, but see, the thing is, okay, what could I have spent those fucking 110 on?
Yeah?
I could have saved them, okay, but let's not talk about savings, right? Let's talk about
You could have invested
spending
them
the fucking
in
money.
Apple computers.
Yeah, buy some stocks and shit.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, pretty safe bet.
Yeah.
I don't know. What else can you? I mean, video games like Steam. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like
you have pretty much every system in the sun. It looks like.
I find pretty much like I already have that. So I'm like thinking like. I don't know. It's just interesting, like the way people spend money. I remember there was a meme that I saw a long time ago that a friend of mine shared, and it was like the meme shows like a guy with a pair of pants, and it says, "Oh, 25,000. Luke has a pair of pants. Oh, fuck that," you know. And then in the next picture, he's like, "Resident Evil 3, 45,000. Yes, please." You know, like, you know, it's like different priorities or shit.
Yeah,
I just hate spending money like on that kind of crap. Is my point. You know?
I know. It feels like you're paying your taxes or something. Like
I know.
You got to do it.
God, I'm like, you know, but it's like the grown-up thing to do, though.
Yeah.
Right? It's like a grown-up is like, okay, I have to look nice, you know. My underwear is pretty full of holes. I don't even know where my legs go through anymore. So, you know, might as well get some. Same as socks, you know. Like, fuck, I could care less.
I could get novelty socks. But I would go like do something crazy. Like, in the north of Chile, they're having some sort of solstice.
Like ride a helicopter or some shit like that?
Yeah, ride a helicopter into the parachute into the ocean from a helicopter.
Wow, that's fucking scary, though.
I would pay to do that. That'd be awesome.
Have you ever gone bungee jumping?
No, that scares the fuck out of me, dude.
Oh, man, that scares the living shit out of me, man.
Oh, God.
God.
It's really like, imagine those cords, too. You see bungee jumps?
And have you seen, like, those videos of the cords fucking getting cut?
Nah.
Man, actually, not too long ago, there was one like in Temuco or something where they did one, and the guy jumped and it fucking cut. He didn't die, but I bet he wished he did.
Yeah. Oh man, he must be really fucked up now.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he recovered and all that, but because you jump like into a lake of water, right? And then I guess what happens is that when it reaches, so the bungee obviously, as everybody knows, is like an elastic, right? So it reaches a certain point and then it retracts. Well, this one, it reached like the lowest point that it could get to, and then it snapped. So it wasn't like a horrible fucking fall.
Yeah.
You know, he still lost some momentum.
Okay.
But still, like, to me, like, just listening to that, I would have been like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been adrenaline, though. That would have been primal, like
primal
guy
fear.
gets out of there and can, like, lift up a car. I mean, like, he would be...
Totally.
That would be such a rush, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to do it, but at the same time, I know that I would be too much of a bitch to do it.
I would do something like, I would do parachuting. I would absolutely do, that's what I would spend my money on. Something like that. Parachuting, or like hang gliding or something crazy.
But that's like a stupid amount of money, though. Like from what I gather, I think.
But it's like 100,000.
Like 100,000,
yeah.
right? If you want to go like on a hot balloon, it's like 100,000, right? Something like that.
Hot balloon. You want to get in that hot balloon?
Hot balloon. Because I remember the once I was gonna go on a hot balloon with some chick, and then I forgot why we never went. Maybe we were having sex. I already had another type of balloon, an inflatable one.
I could just fuck her in the back of my Durango, and that was all.
Yeah, I remember that I was going to do it once, but I remember that I started to think that I had heart problems. You know, like right before when I was out, when some friends of ours were going to go do bungee jumping. And I remember that right before it, I had gotten sick or something, and I felt like that sometimes my heart would like accelerate. You know, and you know how we're all really good at diagnosing like our own illnesses. You know, it's like, I think I have a heart condition, guys. You know, no. But for real though, you know, and I would feel like my left arm go numb. Because have you heard that people say that when you're gonna have a heart attack, your arm goes numb before?
Oh no,
Yeah.
No, I got something to like freak out about in my free time.
What?
Like when my hands and arms go numb and stuff.
Yeah. Like what would happen to me back in those times is that when I would sneeze, both my arms would go numb.
And my eyes would go cross-eyed.
And I'd shit myself. Like tons of fucking shit at the same time. Yeah, no, and that's why I never did it, because I thought that I had like something going on in the heart. And I was like, maybe I'll go bungee jumping and I'll die. Like while I'm in it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you could.
You could. I remember there was this girl back then that died in Fantasilandia.
Really?
Yeah, she got on like to. Have you ever been there?
I haven't gone. I'm going to go because I was
You've
invited.
never
I was
been
invited
there?
to go to Fantaslandia. Yeah.
You've never ever been there?
I want to go really bad. Yeah, I haven't been there.
But ever though.
No. What?
I
Is this
don't
a
know.
normal thing to go to Fantasylandia?
Well, yeah, here in Chile it is. How long have you been here for?
I just assumed it like wasn't as cool as Six Flags or
Of
like.
course not, though. Of
Yeah.
course not.
I just
There
put
is no American Scream Machine. You know,
Yeah.
nothing like that. I remember Six Flags was fucking awesome.
Six
And I
Flags is
kind of
insane.
hated it because I was so young when I went to Six Flags. Like most of the fucking really awesome shit, I was too small to get in.
I just assume like Chilean theme park, I'm gonna be disappointed. But
Yeah.
now it's like everyone has been building it up for me since then.
Oh, okay. I mean, you should. I'm not like, buddy, we're going tomorrow. No, like it's all right. If you've been to Six Flags, then this is fucking nothing.
Yeah.
But I just found it interesting because everybody goes to that place. Everybody that I know that smokes weed is like really into Fantasylandia for some reason.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I remember a girl died there. And they
God.
were traveling like from Concepcion or whatever the fuck, and it was like, we're first day ever that we're gonna go to Fantasylandia. Wow, we're so stoked.
And you know what
she
ruined our
got-
experience? She died.
She died. It would have been awesome if she hadn't died. Yeah. So I guess she got onto El Boomerang, which is like the biggest one there, like the coolest roller coaster there.
Okay, cool.
It's called Boomerang. And and I think that when the ride finished, she was like, "Hey, Stacy, are you okay?" And she died. Yeah. Like I don't know exactly what happened to her, but I know she ain't alive anymore. That's horrible, though.
Yeah. No, it happens at these theme parks. I mean, the most dangerous ones are like, it's the fairs coming in this weekend.
Oh God!
Like, go on the spinning bear machine, or the flying dragon machine, or the ship that goes back and forth until one person vomits. Like,
Yeah.
those are apparently actually kind of dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah. So did they have like those in the States, like those shitty fairs? Yeah, of course they did.
Yeah, every summer.
I don't remember ever going to any, but here in Santiago, there's a lot of them though.
There's like the fondas, right?
Yeah.
It's like the shitty fairs in the United States are really similar to the fondas here.
Here they have some that are called Mampato. And they're like a cheap ass Fantasylandia.
Okay.
They have El Tagada. Oh, so you've never been to any of that shit?
Nah, I mean, I went to the fonda where it was like the
But
ship and all that, yeah.
Okay, so you saw the ship, I remember that in Six Flags it was a space shuttle. It wasn't a ship, it was like a space shuttle
Oh, cool.
thing. But it would go like 360.
Oh, man.
Here it only goes like up to a certain point. Not even 180. And then it goes back.
Yeah.
There's one in Fantasylandia that's called Kamikaze. That one goes 360. And it's two of them.
Yeah.
And then you got Boomerang, which is a roller coaster that starts way up here and then it goes down. It does its thing. It's like a U.
Okay.
It goes there and then it goes backwards. And then that's it. It's like not even a minute long, the ride.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then there's the
That's
Evolution. That one fucking sucks. I hate it.
The Evolution?
Yeah, that's the name
that?
of the ride.
Okay.
So it's a thing. It's kind of like the Tagada. It's like a little disc that spins and spins like this, and then it also goes in the air and it keeps on spinning.
I hate those,
and it
man.
goes 360. Yeah, it's like it's not even fun.
I
You're
don't want
just
to vomit.
dizzy.
Yeah, I don't. If I
Well-
want to like snort, if I want snuff, like snort tobacco and get that feeling,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll just do some chewing tobacco or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
With some cocaine laced on it and shit.
Yeah.
So you can throw up. Yeah. I remember the first time I went into Evolution, I was really young. I was like, so my mom used to work at a place where at the end of the year, they would close down the park for everybody and they would open it just for this company that she worked at.
Yeah.
And that was awesome because it was mostly like for kids. Bumper cars and the fucking cups that go around, those are packed.
Okay.
Those are like packed, fucking lines and lines of people. But you went to like the cooler ones, like Boomerang and all those, and man, you would get off, and then you could get right in.
That's
and
the best feeling in the world,
best feeling.
man.
You get off, like, I want again, and you just don't even have to wait in line.
It's awesome.
It was awesome. So I remember I was like 14 at the time, or 13, and I went to that one, the Evolution. That was the only one that I had never tried before.
Yeah.
But when I was young, I was really, really, really skinny. Really skinny.
I've seen pictures of you in your past. Yeah, you look drastically
and,
different.
And you've seen pictures of me when I was like 19,
Yeah.
right? I'm talking 14 years old. I was like a skinny ass fucking scrimpy kid. So they sat me down at the Evolution. They put one thing here, right across your chest, like in most rides, and then another bar, right? But the thing is, I could fit through it if I was like completely honest. So that was like negligence on the part of the park. They should have been like, listen, this kid can fucking fall through easily, so you can't go up. But fucking in the summer, it's like close to Christmas. All these fucking guys like
the guys that work, they're carnies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's their job is to not care.
yeah, they didn't give a fuck, right?
Yeah.
So I remember that every time I went in the air when it was going 360, I would grab like with my arms and my fucking legs like this because I was terrified of like fucking dying, like for real.
Yeah.
And so like how all these rides they have like a set time, right? Mm-hmm. Like when you're in line, you're looking at it, you're like, okay, it started. You're like, psst, it sounds like psst, okay. So that's one. Oh, okay. So it ends like in 2 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Well, when we went there, since it was closed for the fucking park, they didn't even give a fuck about that shit. Like, I remember there was some rides that they would just never fucking end. I was like, come on, buddy. You know, like, but at the same time, there's nobody else waiting in line.
The guys be like, can we do it again?
Yeah,
like, yes,
I bet
sir.
he just approaches and is like, I'm going to go take a shit, you know, and then just left.
I'll let you go.
Yeah.
You're having fun.
Have fun, guys, you know. To the rest of them, yeah, this guy's awesome, you know. But I was like, please, buddy, I feel like I'm going to die. Yeah, so that one sucks.
Dude, any of those that just scared the shit out of me, yeah.
Which one did you go on to Six Flags? Do you remember any? I remember the American Scream Machine.
I don't remember the actual names because I didn't go to specifically Six Flags.
No?
I went to Hershey Park.
What the fuck is Hershey Park?
So Hershey's a town very close by to where I'm from, where they have like a candy bar. It's called Hershey Candy Bar. You know, have you seen? Dude,
Okay, like the Hershey's chocolate?
Hershey's chocolate, dude. They have a theme park,
Wow.
and it's the fucking best theme park ever.
Really?
Man. Yeah, it's
So
like
what are the
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, I bet.
That's-
So are all the rides like chocolate themed?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
like, well, not specifically.
Okay.
There's like the sizes. Like the little kid, he's the Reese's cup. Like the
Okay.
taller kid, he's the Twizzler.
Okay.
Like the big kid, he's like the chocolate bar.
All right.
Some shit like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And the rides themselves are like the Great Bear. Like, what else? Like Wild Mouse.
Okay.
But they're like sort of animal related, like the Wildcat and stuff like that.
Okay.
And they were like some of them are made of wood, some of them are metal, some like your legs are dangling, you got legs hanging.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy fun.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and there's chocolate everywhere. Like, there's also a water park there.
Cool.
Somebody on a tour yesterday was like, where can I go I want to go for, like, as an adult in a water park in Chile. Is there anything like that?
Uh-huh.
I was like, I really don't think so. Is
I
there
remember
one?
that there used to be one. I
Yeah?
don't think it's there anymore because I've never heard about it ever again.
Okay.
But I remember that there was like an adult, like a water park, like in the States.
Where, like, adults go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that at Hershey Park, and no one bats an eye.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing commercials back in the day, like early 2000.
Yeah.
You know, like these huge ass fucking slides where you can just throw in, you know, and water park.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't think it's there anymore.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I've never ever heard about it anymore.
And I
remember
would've-
I would watch it
yeah.
on TV, be like, "Wow, it'd be so awesome to go." But it was like like it was fucking far away, and it must have been really fucking expensive too. You know,
Okay.
like no way we were ever gonna go to that fucking theme park. You know, me as a kid.
Yeah.
You know, so that kind of sucked.
You poor kid.
I remember that I went to a water park in Canada that was inside a mall.
Yeah, I've seen that. And there's like one in
Yeah.
Minnesota, too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I
think
did go to one of those. I went to one of these parks.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun.
the one I went to was all right, if not for the fact that it was warm water.
It's
It just feels so
unnerving.
wrong.
It's such a weird feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so wrong.
Like you're playing in your own piss.
True.
Like-
you know, like I understand Canada because it's fucking freezing all fucking year round, but still, it's just there's something so wrong with that, man.
Warm water.
Warm water, and they had like an artificial beach even, like with the waves and all that, but it
Yeah.
was waves of warm water, like that just I don't know, just feels unnatural
Yeah, yeah.
and wrong to the body.
It just feels wrong.
That is so wrong.
Something
It's like
about it
slavery, man. It's, like, it's just totally wrong. You know?
Emancipate me from this hot water, please.
Hot water, please. Yeah. I remember one from Six Flags that was awesome that was called Batman Returns. And I remember that it came out when the movie Batman Returns was on.
Okay.
And yeah, your feet would be dangling. And I remember that I sat there with my mom and I was ready.
Yeah.
And then some fucking guy's like, listen, you can't be in this one. I'm
Dude,
like,
this
come
kid-
on, but I'm just, because yeah, I saw the line. It was like, you must be this tall. And I didn't make it, you know?
Oh, you fuck.
Yeah, but I thought, you know, the Chilean fucking mentality of my parents. And like,
Yeah.
vamos nomás. You know? Where they, fuck, they
¿Cuánto
won't notice.
falta? Te faltan unos 7
Nah.
centímetros, no te preocupes.
Vamos nomás.
Yeah.
Okay. Si, ¿qué le importa a esta gente? But yeah, I remember I was sitting there and I was ready. I was like fucking stoked. Yeah, the,
The thing,
Batman
you're like
ride.
way below where the thing
I'm
comes
like way
down.
below. Yeah, like what happened in evolution, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then yeah, a guy's like, listen, you can't ride this one. I'm like, fuck, come on, man.
Listen,
I'm
kid,
already
you
here.
you weigh 35 pounds, man.
Yeah,
You cannot be
like,
on this.
you're gonna fucking fly off this shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and I understand. Man, that sucked.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Man, I miss theme parks. I'm gonna go to Fantasyland.
Yeah,
They've been
you should
inviting
go
me.
Fantasylandia. It's okay.
I just like yelling at people when you go to the top. Of those like the ship and stuff. I love just yo soy tu rey, and like anybody who's watching me.
Why? Why do you say that? Really?
Ustedes son hormiga.
Really?
Digo, mírame, mira cómo me veo con Chudumare.
Really?
I like doing that stuff. Yeah. Or in English, being like, "You're my bitch."
In English, maybe it would be funnier.
Yeah, just yelling at people from the top when you're like right before the roller coaster goes down.
I remember that when I was young, I used to hook up a lot in Fantasilandia.
You would.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, because there's like a lot of young people, to be honest. When
Yeah?
I was like 14 or 15, there were a lot of 15 years old.
You
fucking
fucked in the
around.
bathrooms of Fantasyland?
No, never. I'm just saying hook up, like kissy,
Okay.
kissy, touchy, huggy.
Okay.
Back there were no cell phones back there. Send me your WhatsApp now. It would just be like a theme park fling.
It was the idea of sending your penis to someone else was just still in your imagination.
Still in my imagination. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was still something that you watch in pornography and shit like that.
But yeah,
So,
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Yeah, we talked a lot about theme parks and the Chileans and the gringo fucking theme parks. So now we're going to talk about the Super Bowl. I want to
Yeah.
ask you what you think about the Super Bowl because I already know.
So yesterday was the big game. All right. It was San Francisco versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Super Bowl. For me, it's a party you have to go to. You have to.
So what do you do with Super Bowls? I mean, what separates Super Bowl from like here when they have like soccer fucking tournaments? Aside from the sport, which let's face it, soccer is way better.
Nobody believes that.
I don't really like soccer, to be honest.
You never mention it.
No, I'm not really a soccer fan. I'm not really a football fan either, to be honest.
And you're so wait. You even call it soccer, which that's crazy. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, you have to separate it here, right? But football makes a lot more sense, I think.
It does.
Soccer.
It does. Yeah.
You guys should call it fucking rugby. But is there a difference between like football and rugby?
I'm okay.
I'm
I can
pretty
go
sure
into
there
the
is.
details. I can
Okay.
go into the details if
Yeah,
y'all
go
got
ahead.
time.
Yeah, go ahead, man. I mean, because I remember that I had friends here in Chile that were rugby players, but they would call rugby because football is like football, like jugar la pelota.
Yeah.
But in the States, I remember that I used to play football when I was a kid in school, but no tackling and shit. They would just like hit you. Like if they hit you, then, it was off.
There's two-hand touch rugby, I guess.
There you go. I never heard of it that way. Okay, so what's the difference then between rugby?
Okay, so rugby, it's still 11 players on the pitch, but you're lined up. So it's like 11 are lined up in one line versus 11 that are lined up in another line. It's like very dense.
Okay.
They're all together. Everyone's on the line. There's not one player who's the quarterback. The biggest difference is the specialization of the
Okay.
positions
Okay.
in American football.
Okay.
So there's the quarterback, right? Every
So
play.
which
he
one
gets-
is the quarterback? Is that the guy that fucking runs through and pushes through everybody?
That's the
or-
running back. Yeah.
That's the running back. Okay. So what does the quarterback do? Sorry
The quarterback generally is like the good-looking, like he's the captain. Think of Tom Brady, the husband of Giselle. Like,
Okay.
he's the guy who's like, all right, guys, this is what we're doing. Here's our play.
All right.
So there's always a stop in between every play. The quarterback gets together with his team, with his side, and he says, all right, guys, we're running blue 42, red 14. And that means something to all those players.
Yeah.
It means, so this guy, you have to run this way.
Okay.
There are 5 guys that are protecting the quarterback. Yeah. He gives them their signals as well.
Okay.
So that's the offensive line. The offensive line protects the quarterback, the one guy with the ball, from the defensive line. The offensive line are the biggest, baddest motherfuckers you've ever seen.
Yeah.
They're all at least 200 centimeters tall, most of them.
Okay.
The defensive line are like the most athletic, scary motherfuckers you've ever seen.
Okay.
They're all massive. They're like at least
They're
probably like
fucking
120
bulls.
kilos, at least 100, probably like 150 kilos. 150 kilos?
Yeah.
Around 150 kilos, some of them. And they're just built, they're bulls. They're meant to destroy the quarterback. That's
Yeah.
their job. They wake up and they say, this is my job today. Like,
Yeah.
hurt that man.
Today I'm gonna hurt that fucking guy.
That's how I feed these people.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's all they do. They just fucking wait for the day that they can destroy a quarterback. That's the defensive line. Then there's, on the offensive side, there's the running back.
Mm-hmm.
This is the guy, you give him the ball,
Uh-huh.
he's fast as hell.
Okay.
He can just run. He's really shifty. He's still strong. Like, he's also like just scary human being. Yeah. Then you have linebackers on the defensive side. They're like the running back, right? They're behind the defensive line.
Okay.
It's their job to hunt down. If that running back fucking makes it past the defensive line and he's in space,
Uh-huh.
then those linebackers, it's their job to destroy him. Like, beat the shit out of that guy.
Yeah, it's always with beating up. Like
You-
tackling him and shit to the ground.
It's a purely testosterone-driven sport.
Yeah.
It's not like it was so elegant that
No, of course not.
There are moments where like that was a beautiful catch, but it's very rarely that people are like when they watch the La Liga and it's like qué partido más bonito.
Yeah.
Hermoso.
Yeah, because partido bonito is like, I don't know, like from what I've gathered, it's like when everybody's like almost making goals and shit. And it's like a really interesting one.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, he almost did it. Wow, he almost did it. Oh, God. Yeah, you know?
And it's like there's not
But there's
not
like,
a lot of
wow.
bad fouls. Like, and good soccer, there's it's free flowing, right?
Yeah.
That's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Whereas like boring soccer is like he got the ball, foul,
yeah.
Right,
And
he's
then
gonna
another
get up.
foul, and then he's gonna free kick, and it takes for fucking ever. Oh man, I
Yeah.
just hate fucking football, man. I mean soccer, because it's just boring. I don't know.
A lot of games are boring.
Yeah.
And plus, and watching it, one thing I like about American football is like they're smaller goals.
Okay.
It's like the goal is to just advance 10 yards, 10 meters, basically.
Well, yeah. So that's the thing. Okay, so when they advance a certain point, and then afterwards they start like from further on.
Yeah, then
Right.
they get 4 chances, 4 plays to advance those 10 meters.
Okay.
Or else they have to give the ball to their team.
Okay, I understand.
So if they advance to 10 meters, high five, yeah, get
Yeah.
it. And
All
everyone in the bar is like, fuck yeah, another 10.
Yeah.
You know, or they can imagine they advance 20 meters in one play. It's like, whoa, just fucking, all right,
This
here
is
we
fucking
go.
crazy, yeah.
Something occurred that is concrete, that everyone
True.
can say that's awesome.
That actually happened.
Yeah. Whereas like I feel like in soccer, it's like, we got a corner. Like, yeah.
Yay! Yeah.
Like most of the game, you're just like,
Yeah.
Gussie. Like
Gussie.
most of the time you're watching it, it's Gussie. Or the other team almost scores and you go, concha de madre.
Yeah.
You're like, and those are like the 2 reactions the whole time. I feel like
Yeah.
in American football, there's always like little plays in between.
Okay.
That are like, all right, here we
Like
go.
small
Like,
triumphs.
small triumphs. And the
Cool.
players get up and they like do dances and stuff and like,
Yeah. So what's up with the? Is there any? I imagine that there is, because like people talk a lot about soccer as it not actually being like really a team effort. You'll have like Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo and like people that are like, they don't talk about like the teams as much as they talk about the guy. So does that happen in American football as well?
yeah.
Is it like, yeah, that fucking, I don't know, Ocho Cinco or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
You know, like I know him. I know a little bit about fucking American football.
Yeah. But there's like there are players that are so good that they change the whole game.
Yeah.
But that being said, players just play one side. So like, there's the offense and the defense.
Mm-hmm.
When the defense on the field, like, their quarterback's not in the field.
Okay.
So he's only playing half the game. So
Oh, I
really each
understand.
team has 22 significant players.
Okay.
So yeah, one player like can really change the game, but it's not like just give him the ball and it's over, you know.
Okay. Yeah. And how long is a football match normally?
60 minutes.
60 minutes.
But
Okay.
it usually plays like 6 seconds, and then 20 seconds run off the clock.
Okay.
So it's 6 seconds. It's just like a car crash. It's like bah, 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 bah. Everyone's on the floor. Then everyone gets back up, like resets themselves, and then
Okay.
that's 20 seconds of in between, and then they do it again.
And what's so important about like, I mean, not what's so important, but like Super Bowl. Okay, you're gonna get together to watch the Super Bowl. First of all, why is it called like that? That's like the prize. It's a Super Bowl.
Yeah. So like the end of the year games are always bowls.
Okay.
So like in college football, and the final game is always a bowl. It's always been that way.
Okay.
There's the Peach Bowl, Cotton Bowl, Fiesta Bowl,
Oh, really? I didn't-
Toyota,
Yeah.
whatever, PlayStation Bowl.
Yeah. Here they are cups.
Okay.
Yeah, like La Copa America, Copa whatever the fuck, Copa Kia, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
Copa Gato.
Yeah, exactly.
And so they're their bowls. Okay, so that's the Super Bowl. And when people get together and watch it, what do they have like any sort of, I don't know, mantras maybe, or like some kind of shit that, yeah, that's something that only happens during Super Bowl? Because here, like a soccer match is like, yeah, they'll get together, they'll do a barbecue, they'll
asado,
drink.
yeah.
Yeah. So what do they do there for Super Bowls?
Yeah,
Do
you
they
just get together
drink
with
beer?
friends and like you just hang out and you kind of watch the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's always like there's always like 5 people at the party are just like strictly watching the game.
Yeah.
Like where I was at last night, there was one guy who was a San Francisco fan.
Yeah.
And he showed up early. And he's just like, yeah, fucking Niners, faithful, baby. And he has a shirt that said Niners faithful.
Okay. Okay.
And his eyes were just like bulging out of his skull. He's like, let's fucking watch the game. Here we go. He was so excited to watch the game. Of course, the Niners end up losing.
Oh God.
Yeah, and he was so angry. People at
Really?
the party were like, is he okay? He was,
Really?
fuck, fuck.
Really?
Yeah, he was losing his shit. Because they were winning, and then they ended up losing, like, in the final 5 minutes or so. They just, like, everything went bad for them. And he was, like, he got really, he was affected. But, yeah, every party, there's, like, 5 people invested in the game.
Yeah.
Then there's, like, 20, 25 people that are just, like, there hanging out with their friends. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, there's barbecue. There's, like, chicken wings. That's the...
Chicken wings. Yeah.
Chicken wings.
Man, I love chicken wings.
Chicken
I love
wings.
me some chicken wings.
Chicken wings with a big butt on your lap.
Yeah. It's so interesting how they get so fucking involved in it. Because here it happens too. Like when they lose, I've seen guys like, oh, go check them out. And they yell at the fucking screen.
Yeah, it's really funny.
I've never understood it. I don't know how they can get so invested in it. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you partake in that kind of shit when you're drunk. I remember when it was, what was it? South Africa?
Okay.
Give me freedom. Give me. Was that South Africa?
This it is Africa.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fuck, I'd forgotten that shitty ass song. I remember then when they played those games. Remember they were all like really early in the morning.
Yeah.
Here in Tita because they played it in Africa, right? And I remember that sometimes we would get together, like when we were lucky, and there was one like at 10 a.m. It was like, yeah, let's get together and watch this shit. I would just go like just a drink, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like not go to school and just drink. I mean, school's university and drink, and to me, it would be that, you know, like an opportunity to drink.
That's what it usually ends up being for most people.
Yeah, but
And
there are some that are like, oh, conche tu madre.
And dude, the ironic thing, there are people that are actually just as invested in the commercials in the United States.
So for the Super Bowl halftime,
The halftime show is like, yeah, half people are there just as like, oh, Shakira's playing, or like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm here because like Maroon 5, or I don't know, whoever Bruno Mars is like every year.
yeah.
Like,
What happened to Bruno Mars? Is he still alive?
I don't know. He's waiting for more hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be back. That guy's not.
Yeah, he's like, I never heard from him ever again.
He'll be back.
He'll be back. So what do they do also in Super Bowl? I remember that they show like trailers for movies and shit like that.
Dude, that's what it is. Like to buy a 30-second commercial spot is like millions of dollars every year. I think it's like $3.5 million this past year.
Oh God, for an ad.
For a
during
30-second
Super
ad in
Bowl.
the commercial. Yeah. But some people are there, like they love to watch the advertisements. And like there are funny advertisements. There's like they do ones, there's one for Groundhog Day.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen like Bill Murray?
Yeah, of course.
They did like a remake of Groundhog Day.
Okay.
And so like the comedian for United States, Bill Murray wakes up as he does in the movie. He has to repeat the same day over and over again. Mm-hmm. But like when he's going through his day, and they found the same actors from the original Groundhog Day.
Oh, good.
And he's like walking through, and all of a sudden he's like sad to like go through the same day, just like in the movie. And then all of a sudden he sees like this orange Jeep Cherokee or whatever, and he's like, "This ain't so bad," you know.
Oh God!
And he keeps living through the day.
But that's a really interesting phenomenon though, because for most people and for everywhere, ads suck.
Yeah,
You know, nobody wants to watch ads. You know, fuck.
There are just as many people that are like want to watch the ads as like the actual football. I swear to you. Like,
God.
Because there are always countdowns of like top 10 best Super Bowl advertisements of 2019.
Yeah.
Like people love that. That's
Wow.
yeah.
That's these fucking guys know how capitalism works, man.
You've heard
Like
of the,
people are expecting to watch ads. That's so fucking crazy.
they eat it up.
They eat it up because,
eat that.
like I said, most of the time you don't want to see ads. You know, ads are intrusive and they're boring and they're like, "Fuck, come on,
People
come
are
on, let's go on already. Want to
Yeah.
watch some football?" But here they're like, "Yeah, let's watch some ads."
It's ads that dude, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Fucking crazy.
It's ads that are like shamelessly like, this is what we're gonna give you.
Yeah.
Like it's capitalist, it's commercial, it's what you're gonna get. You know you're gonna get it, and
Yeah.
you're still gonna like it because the joke's kind of funny.
Yeah,
And there's some pretty funny ones.
$3.5 million. God, who the fuck gets that money? So Super Bowl, is it like on national television?
Yeah, it's on like NBC. So,
But it's only one channel.
yeah,
And does it change year to year? Do they have to go like to tenders for it? Because I remember it happened here, like with El Festival de Viña, for example. I
they
remember,
changed tenders.
Yeah, they did. They went through tenders for it, licitaciones in English, in Spanish. I remember because when I was young, I remember that they played it in Channel 9 in
Okay.
Mega.
Yeah.
And then it went to 13. I think it was a couple of times in TVN.
Is that by law? Like it has to change? There's no monopoly.
I would assume so. I would assume so. So is the Super Bowl the same thing, or is it just the?
I
Just
think
go
it
to NBC.
was, but I think it somehow got bought out. I'm not sure.
Oh, but NBC is the national broadcast channel. No,
Yeah,
what is
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, that's. Oh, okay. So that belongs to the state, I guess, or not necessarily.
I have no idea.
Okay.
There's NBC and Fox. Fox
Yeah.
has it also.
Yeah, but Fox is private though. Private, you know, like it's owned by corporations and shit. It's not like for the government.
No. Yeah.
No, I think NBC isn't either. Now that I think about it, it happens like what happens with American Airlines. It's like people thought that American Airlines is like you know, from the government, but it's not. It's just a name.
Joke's on you.
Joke's on you, Mohammed Atta. You know? Yeah.
Of course it's privatized. What else would it be?
Yeah. What else would it be? Yeah.
You want the state to have control of that?
Yeah, that would be fucked. That would be some Venezuelan shit. I think we're gonna go to a break, and then we'll be back with some more What Way Up podcast.
What Way Up podcast, can't you tell the shit? Gringo, Flacco, Cornell, Watom, Cooliado. What Way Up podcast. What Way Up podcast.
So we're back with more What Way Up podcast, and finally we listened to the song because last week there were a lot of people asking me, "Hey, you said you were gonna play the song, and you never put any fucking song." I was like, "What?"
We're such jackasses.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, actually, that was me, man. That was me because I edited it, and then I was like, "Oh, right." And then I was like, "Hey, Chris, were you supposed to give me a song? Because people are saying that I didn't put the song on." And you're like, "Oh yeah, I forgot."
Yeah.
I sent it through you.
This was a
WhatsApp or
joint
whatever.
jackass effort.
Yeah,
Nice.
we were both jackasses.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah, that was a good song though. I like it.
It's
I
got
dig it. I
What
dig
Way
it.
Up podcast.
Yeah, I dig it with the Waton Culiado. I could have used without that part.
I sent you two versions.
No, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, it was all right. Yeah, it works. I think that one should be our opening song.
Okay.
Next next season.
Yeah.
After this season finale.
I'm happy this is getting renewed.
Yeah. It was greenlit by the channel. They already said, okay, yeah, order me up another batch.
Yeah.
Of What Way Up.
We need more What Way Up podcast.
Yeah.
At any price.
People want it. People are going to get it. Yeah, we should be back. So what's going to happen with you for the remainder of the summer? Are you going anywhere?
I'm thinking of sort of like working and having a couple videos like on deck. So when March comes, I can just start putting up these videos. And when the shit gets bad in Santiago, I'll take my vacation at the beginning of March to like the north or south of Chile.
Okay.
Because now it's nice here. Like I really enjoy Santiago right now. Yeah.
Really? I don't. I think it's way too hot. Because like in Temuco, it's raining now.
Yeah.
You know, I could use some rain. A little bit of rain. Not too much.
So you're vacationing then?
No.
Okay.
No, I think I'm going to be here.
Okay.
I'm just going to be here because I got shit to do, man.
Word.
You know? So my girlfriend's going to go to the south. She's going to go visit her family like around next week or something like that. She's only going for like 4 days.
Okay.
So us going there will be a lot of fucking money. Like the tickets there, like the tickets for her only were like 60 thou.
Oh,
You know, back and forth.
Yeah.
So it would be 120 if I went there.
Mm-hmm.
And if she goes, she can stay at her grandma's house or her brother's house or whatever. Where if I went, we'd have to rent out some other fucking place. It would be too much money, and we don't have enough money for now. So since now, basically, I just work like out of home. I could like fuck off anywhere, anytime.
Okay.
So I told her like maybe we'll do something during the winter. I don't know.
Yeah.
We've gone on for winter vacation before. It's all right. It works out.
It's a better time. Now, I like Santiago now.
Yeah, but
It's
that's
great.
because there's not a
nobody
lot of
here.
people. Yeah.
It's not a people. It's not like the weather's pretty good. Even though it's hot, it's still like
Yeah. It's bearable.
it's bearable.
Yeah.
It's much better than winter.
And also now is when you make most money off the tours.
Yeah, dude, I'm killing it on tours.
Really?
Yeah.
Good, because I remember that the last time that we talked about that was when all this shit started going on.
Oh,
and
that
that you
was
told me that the
horrible.
company had folded.
The company did fold.
They did fold.
They changed offices,
Okay.
and then it was like, well, we can still do. Maybe we won't do the bike tours because it's too expensive to have the bikes in the offices there. We'll just sell the bikes and we'll just do the walking tours
Okay.
because you don't like need to have offices to do walking tours. Really, you just
No, not really.
you need space. So the offices are just like it's tiny. It's like
Yeah,
a small,
you could be your room.
Yeah,
You could do it like from home, like coordinate people.
that's all you need. So it's
Yeah.
They just downsized significantly. Now they just have walking tours,
Yeah.
and it's great.
Offices and that kind of shit are like on their way out. They're like really on their way out.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what I've noticed. It's like many stores. I don't know. I remember that I used to talk about this on the other podcast, that Santiago's, the center of Santiago at least, like Santiago Centro, kind of looks more and more like Jumanji. You know, like the first movie? You know, the first movie?
Yeah.
You know, not the one with The Rock. The first one with Robin Williams.
Yeah, Robin Williams.
Because remember that those kids in that city, like every store is closing down.
Yeah.
There's like hobos having fires.
Yeah.
You know, and it kind of felt like that now too. Like most of the stores around here, like every day I see another a store shutting down.
Yeah.
You know, like we're going away, you know, remate, liquidación, you know, on sale.
In this area.
Yeah.
So in Santa Lucia, it's like everything got burned and now it's coming back.
Okay.
But yeah, all the same stuff came back. Like, we're going to burn down.
Yeah.
Like, fuck McDonald's. Like, fuck. It came right back.
It came right back.
Oh, God.
With better offers.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. So I remember thinking that was like pretty depressing. You know, I was like, man, this sucks. Why are businesses doing so bad? You know, why is everybody not thriving? You know, like right next to where I live, this place that now is like a bakery. Mm-hmm. Man, since I've been here in 2010, it's been at least 15 different fucking stores, man.
You serious?
Yeah, it was a laundromat. It was a toy store. It was a fucking cyber cafe. It was fucking everything. Mm. And now this bakery, it was an electronic shop. Now it's a bakery and it works. Like they've been doing okay. But I've seen a lot of places shut down. And like I said before, I thought it was kind of depressing. But the thing is, it's just that the market's changing.
Well, also, too, like, this area, there's so many, like, of the same shops together.
True, man. Like, no market research whatsoever.
There's, like, how many fucking eyeglass places can you put in one block?
Yeah, well, this street is nothing but eyeglass places.
Yeah,
and like, Merced is nothing but lamps.
Yeah, and then, like, just a little further over, it's nothing but electronics.
Yeah.
Like... Why they'll put together the same spot?
Yeah.
You're fucked. Like,
I know. It's weird, right?
It was.
That's like really Chilean, though. It's like la calle donde venden polera. You know, see, let's go to this street. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know how it works.
And then it just drives the price down for everybody.
For everybody, yeah.
Because it's like, okay, if they're that cheap, then we have to be this cheap.
Yeah. I've been to places where I ask. It's funny because... supposedly capitalism is like really competitive. So sometimes I've been to places and they've been like, nah, I don't have it, you know, but you should go like 3 stores over and I'm pretty sure they'll have it.
Yeah.
You know, where other places I've been, they're like, no tengo. I'm like, do you know where I could find? No. You know, like you're not buying from me, so fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, but I've seen that has kind of shifted a little bit because that's the way that they're looking at it, is that we should all grow as a business and then that's good for everybody.
Got news for you, it doesn't work.
Yeah,
Don't
see,
cooperate.
That's the thing. Don't cooperate. Just get all for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
Prisoner's dilemma, kind of.
Yeah, prisoner's dilemma. There you go.
Yeah.
Today I went to, I had not told you, like, so today I woke up, like, at 7 a.m., because I'm a really early bird. And I was checking Instagram messages. I always got tons of them in the morning.
Yeah.
So I try to look at all messages, you know. Sometimes I just can't. And there was one, I was like, I remember this name. Who the fuck is this guy? And he's like, oye, ¿cómo estás? Yo, I got a job for you, man. Like, could you come to work? And I'm like, really? Like, it's, why? What you got? You know? And he's like, I guess the translator or something. So,
the translator or something?
Yeah.
I just want to see you, man.
I just miss you so bad. No, so I guess when he just first told me, he was like, listen, I can tell you the details later, but can you work today? Like, from 11:30 to 1:30. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, I'm working now, you know? How much are you going to pay me? He's like, I'll pay you this. I'm like, yeah, turns out I can. You know? So, and he didn't fill me in the details. So I thought that they had a translator and that he just, I don't know, had some drinks for the Super Bowl or something.
Yeah.
But it turns out that it was UN women.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was the UN women and they had people here, but they didn't realize that they would need a translator until last night, like way in the night. So they asked this guy like early in the morning, and he was like, could you find somebody fast? I'm like, I know this guy, you know? So I told him, talk to me through WhatsApp. So I went there. So what happens is that UN Women is a branch of the UN, obviously. And they have...
Is it like Final Fantasy X2?
There you go. Final Fantasy 13 Part 3. So they have... A bitch. They have a woman that's from a bitch. They have a woman that's from Uruguay, one that's from Argentina, one that's from Ecuador, one that's from Chile, one like from Latin America.
Yeah.
And they have a guy that's a coach, and he coaches them how to respond to interviews.
Okay.
Because what happens and what the people from the UN are noticing is that
women, ...
women can do everything. The problem is that they haven't. No, what they have come to their conclusion is that this, I don't know if to say this generation because it makes you sound like really old, but people today have problems with interpreting things. Interpreting like written stuff, you know, like they are really, really literal. And it's funny because a lot of people don't read, but they actually do. Like most of the day, people are reading comments, you know, or articles or posts or whatever. They're not reading books, mind you, but they are reading a lot. So since they are not reading like actual literature and understanding all the nuances that has.
Can you make the declarations of the UN in meme form, please?
Could you make a meme for the UN? Yeah. So it's true though, but it's happened, you know, there is one here, Contralorito. Have you ever heard him? He's like from the controllership. Okay. And it's like a little bird. Have you seen him? It's like a meme. Yeah, it's on Twitter.
I think I've seen it.
Yeah, because of this, you know, people are reading, but since they don't actually have literary knowledge, they can't grasp like the nuances and certain minutia that a person that actually reads can understand. Okay. So that's why they are so literal when it comes to certain things. So have you seen, I don't know, there was this article, people tend to throw it away already as like them trying to censor or whatever. I remember you hear about this guy that got killed, run over, the guy from Colo Colo, that the cops ran him over or something and he died.
Yeah, that's what all the protests were about. Yeah, right outside my home.
So there was like, there was an article, it was like, policía que atropelló, and then you can see people commenting, no lo atropelló, lo asesinó, you know, and it's like, and people, they tend to think that there's something skeevy going behind wording. Yeah. You know, they believe that like el lenguaje crea realidades and that kind of shit. Yeah. So therefore they can't really understand certain things. So you have to learn how to speak in order for these assholes to fucking understand it. So this guy, what he did was he would coach these people in giving interviews to whatever situation they may find themselves in. Okay. Be it TV, be it a seminar, be it something. So it was a role play. Yeah. So he would be like the person that was the journalist or something, and then the chick from the UN would have to answer shit. So he would ask them like trick questions and shit to see how they responded. Yeah, yeah. So they were like, I remember one that was really interesting. He's like, okay, so UN Women, what do you think the UN Women has done for the past 5 years? And she's like, well, I'm from Honduras or I don't know, some fucked up country. And they're like, well, UN Women, all this in Spanish, right? And I had to say it to the guy in English. Okay. UN Women in the past 5 years, we have really diminished child marriages. There are not, we had an index of, I don't know, 100 child marriages per year. And now it has gone down to 50. Just, I don't know, just saying shit, right? Yeah, yeah. Por decir alguna vez. And he was like, okay, and how did you achieve that? I was like, well, we work in close coordinates with the law, you know, with the judiciary system. And then he would be like, yeah, but, you know, just because there's a law there, it doesn't mean that it'll happen. I know a lot of indigenous communities where child marriage is still a thing. And more importantly, they believe it's their right to do it because it's culturally ingrained in them. Mm-hmm. What do you say against that? So does that mean that you disregard indigenous culture?
Oh, and no. Then, you know, and she's like, what do I do?
Yeah. You know, so he's there so that they don't go like, oh, fuck.
When it actually happens.
Yeah. Yeah. So he'll throw them like really fucked up trick questions.
And I'm from this indigenous culture.
You know, I want to fuck some kids. You know? Like not like that, but he would put them in like those types of situations.
Are you saying I can't? Are you denying me my right?
Exactly. You know, and that's the type of thing that he says. Are you saying? Because that's what happens a lot today. You know, like if you say something, are you saying that you're against? I don't know. You know, and it's like no, that's not what happens. But people, for some fucking reason today, think that that's what it is. Right? That you're like trying to conceal the truth behind some intricate wording, but it's not the fact. The fact is that people don't really understand how to interpret news for what it is, right? So he would put them in trick questions like that. There was another one that was really good. He was like, so what does the UN stand on prostitution? And the girl was like, why? What do you mean? I don't know, because if I understand, he was role playing. So he would play like he had like a little journal or something. Okay. He would look through. It's like, here I understand that the UN says that they are for the rights of every woman, first and foremost. Where do prostitutes come into that play?
This guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, of
he's
course.
Going right cutthroat.
He's there to fuck them up, right?
Yeah.
Because afterwards, what happens is that the UN, they go on the news. The reporter from the UN said this. Oh, this means that, So they try to avoid like that kind of bad publicity.
So it's like, how do you speak in such a bland form that like everything you say really has no value, so it can't be misinterpreted?
And it can't be misinterpreted and can't be used against you.
Yeah.
There were some that were really good at it. There were some that really sucked at it.
Okay.
But I can't blame them, man. Like, it's a hard fucking thing to grasp. Because, sometimes you set yourself up for failure. There was this one that talked a lot about a certain entity from some country. I don't know. Let's call it the CEPA or something like that. The CEPA. It was like, oh, you named them quite a few times. I thought you were with the UN. He's like, yeah, no, I work with the... Yeah, but how come you keep mentioning them? Do they give you any sort of financing that we do not know about? Like that kind of shit. They would say some shit about the state, and then he would break them up and be like, listen, you can't say that kind of shit because basically you're saying that here the government is to blame, and governments don't like when you do that. And we're supposed to be friends with the government.
Okay, the thing with the wording being particular and nobody trusting anything, dude, it's getting freaky.
Of course, it's fucked up,
dude. I went on a date last week with this girl and her friend, and we started talking about political stuff, and dude, it was like she believed conspiracies like to the max, and that you cannot trust anything. You cannot trust anything you read on like major news outlets.
But not anything? Because, being skeptical is one thing.
Yeah.
But not trusting, like, anything at all?
Dude, it was, like, down the line. Like, 9/11, obviously, like...
Inside job.
Inside job.
Okay.
And then it went to, like... And what else? Like, JFK, inside job. Moon landing, never were there. Like...
God.
Yeah, and they actually knew a fair deal amount. Like, but they went as far as, like, tierraplanistas.
Are you fucking kidding me?
They went that far.
She was a flat earther?
Flat earther.
Oh, God. So you're never seeing her again, I assume.
No, but she's so cute.
Really? Was the sex really good? Because when they're crazy, they're, like, really good.
Dude, she just, like, is such a sensual person. I was like, man. I'm still...
I understand your dilemma.
Oh, man.
I understand. But you can't, like, maturely grow with somebody like that, though.
Not really, but she's still, like, she knew a lot of information. She's still, like, not a completely stupid person.
Just the wrong information.
She knew all the wrong information.
Yeah.
But she had, like, a certain handle of certain things. But then it was, like, dinosaurs never happened. She believed that.
Come on. Why? Dinosaurs never happened.
But then I shot her arguments down. I shot them down. I wasn't like, you guys are fucking crazy. I'm leaving.
No, it was just, like, a respectful conversation.
Yeah. And then it was, like, that, like, turned her on to a very high extent. Good. Being like, no, I don't believe this. And, like, debunking everything as much as I could.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think...
Yeah, you can't be... All due respect, I think you're a retard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't say that.
Like, bitch, no.
Bitch, please.
Could not do that.
Yeah.
But that whole situation of nobody believing anything that's in the news, fuck, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, I understand skepticism, but... So, for example, with the prostitution part... The girls there they were saying it's so hard, the prostitution thing, and you brought it up. I knew that you were going, and they're like, yeah, of course I'm going to bring it up because I know it's a fucking hard subject, right? And that's what these people are going to try to debunk you.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's the shit they're going to bring up. And they were like, yeah, it's so hard for us because we have our own opinions that sometimes does not matter to the UN. It's not in cohorts with the UN, right? Maybe the UN says, yeah, we're all okay for prostitutions, but maybe then them as women do not. Right, and then the guy said something.
They have to, like, really not exist. Like, they're just, like, bodies that have to reflect the UN's beliefs.
Right.
Their beliefs mean nothing
but
in this case.
But the guy said something really interesting there, and I think that anybody picked up on. He's like, well, if you don't agree with the values of the company that you work for, then maybe you should quit. I remember he said it like that. Nobody said that. Nobody said, like, listen, I'm against prostitution, not like these fuckers at the UN. Not at all.
Yeah.
But some women kind of stated it like that. And this guy's answer was pretty interesting because I think that's not necessarily true. Like, you could work with some company with some values that you don't agree on, maybe. If it's not that much of a deal.
Who's this guy to be like, you know what? I know you worked really hard for this position to work for the UN.
Yeah.
But hey, man, if you have a disagreement, like, just fuck them. Like, you're independent, right?
Yeah.
Fuck them.
I thought you were empowered, bitch. That would have been awesome. So, and the thing is that many women that were there, they didn't really know actually what was UN's women's stance on prostitution.
Okay.
They were like, "This is a trick question, and it's caught." And they write it down. You know, they are there to be caught with that kind of shit. You know, nobody's after that meeting. They were going to be like, "Listen, we should fire them." No, it's just to prepare them, coaching for this kind of shit. Yeah. And then they looked it up, and yeah, according to UN's core values, their stance on prostitution is neutral. Right? So it's neutral. And the guy said, "Can you be neutral and passionate at the same time?" And everyone was like, "Yeah." And he said, "Okay, let's go to lunch." You know, like, let it simmer there. I was like, damn. Yeah.
I'm going to get me a hooker.
Yeah. I'm going to get me some hoe. Yeah.
Their chances, all of them. It's like...
Yeah. It's weird, though.
Neutral.
It's interesting when you get people to talk about actual, like, women rights and shit, and they don't talk about, you know, stupid crap like wage gap and all that fucking shit that has been debunked so many times. So, yeah, it was interesting. A nice change of pace. And it happened, like, really happenstance.
That's cool. That's a...
Sometimes I get to do interesting shit like that. Sometimes I just do boring shit.
Yeah.
End of the year fucking meetings.
Oh, God.
This year we made only $900 million. You know? Last year we made 901. You know, what's happening? Are we going to go under?
Yeah.
What can we do? You know? Yeah. Sucks.
That's rough.
Yeah.
But dude, one question I wanted to ask you, because I saw the news and I'm glad it's getting renewed, What Way a Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, but your other podcast, man.
The other podcast is dead officially.
What happened?
I mean, it's not dead. I just like to think of it as it being dead. To be honest, it got to a point where it wasn't fun anymore.
Okay.
To be honest, I think it was because of our editorial line. I think it was because, you know, like most of the times we would read like this kind of stupid shit that we were talking about, you know, like gordophobia, you know, masculinity and shit like that. It just got... At the beginning, it was like, ha, look at these guys, so funny. You know, and then it was like, oh, God, these people are so stupid.
Oh, like, it's just like, it was a damper on your day.
It was a damper on my day. There you go.
It was like watching 3 episodes of Bacan in a row. Like,
yeah, right? Because like when I watch episodes of Bacan, like they're funny for a bit and then they start to be obnoxious and then I just turn it off for the day and say, okay, maybe tomorrow I'll watch 2 more, right? Yeah. So with this, it would happen that it was every week, you know, for 2 hours. Our podcast is only like an hour long, hour 15, right? Which I think is okay. The other one ran for 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. Yeah. You know, I think it was too much. I think we were dwelling too much on the same subject matter that in the end it just became irritating. Like I said, I would loathe the day that I had to fucking review shit. So what we would do with my partner is like during the week we would send each other WhatsApp notes of like shit that we found interesting to touch on the podcast, right? Yeah. So I would send them like, I don't know, screenshots of a news or something or a link to a certain news that we could. And then when we got here to record before, we would review it and say, okay, let's talk about this one, not this, and this and this. Okay. You know, but then I think that in a more kind of subjective matter, we were always gearing towards this kind of shit that just give you cancer, man. It was just cancer shit. Yeah, you know, like some fucking, I don't know, man. I just think
couldn't it just be like a movie review podcast? But still, like,
right, but okay, but the problem that I have with that is that I already have a movie review channel. Yeah. Right? So if I review movies on the podcast, then why are the people going to watch the video? They can hear it on the podcast. Yeah, you're right. Right? Sometimes a lot of ideas that I had for the podcast would work better in a video. Yeah. You know, like the last thing I did with the tweets or something, the fucking Haitian tweets, that I thought, okay, we could get them all together and we could read them on the podcast. But I think it's better to make them a video because you can play around more with it, with the editing.
With the image of like either Haitians are angels or demons.
Yeah,
like that's
you know, like you can do that, like that kind of shit, right? Whereas a podcast, you can just laugh and react to it without any video or any editing. Yeah. So I think that in the end, it just happened that it was too much to grasp, you know, and it just started to get boring. You know, it would just dampen my day.
I was like, in listening to the podcast, though, it seemed like you guys had a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, you see, that was the interesting part, because when I thought about it week to week, I was like, fuck, man, I got to do this shit. But then when we were actually doing it, it was all right. You know, I didn't loathe every second of being there. You know, I did sometimes want to cut it shorter. You know, I would try to be like, listen, you know, like, come on, can we end? You know, but it would never happen like, you know, because when I was here, I was actually having fun, you know, but it's the effect afterwards, you know, like the aftertaste, that would be like, man, you know, I just spent 2 hours talking about those fucking assholes, you know?
That was entertaining for people. Like,
right.
Dude, you being uncomfortable
Yeah.
about all this stuff, like it's really entertaining.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, right? Because people, they're like, come on, man, don't stop doing it, man. I love watching you cringe. I'm like, yeah, fuck, man. I don't enjoy cringing that much, you know?
Do
Like,
it.
It's funny to you, man, you know? I felt like the guy, I can eat anything or whatever, you know? Like those fucking guys will be
He's
like,
like,
give me
I'm-
$1 and I'll eat, you know?
Yeah. I'm gonna eat light bulbs in this episode. Like, have you seen those guys?
Yeah,
They like
exactly.
eat glass. Like they have a whole YouTube channel.
Yeah, like weird ass shit
This
like
guy's
that.
like a huge. This guy's like a huge forehead. He just.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have only hot sauce for the next 3 days. Like,
Yeah.
Stick around, guys.
Exactly. So that was like what kind of happened with it.
Okay.
You know, I'm not saying that it's not ever coming back, but if you ask me today, yeah, it's not ever coming back. If you ask me today, you know, I think that I just gotta let it simmer for a little bit. I gotta be like far away from that kind of stupid shit,
Okay.
you know? And people gotta stop fucking sending me like that kind of crap, man. Because they're like, man, look at this. I'm like, really, buddy? I really don't want to look at it. You know, like I understand, and I know that you're not doing it for being
Like specifically, what's an example of something that you would see that would just fucking
no,
hurt
man.
your day?
Anything that had words gordofobia or fucking masculinidad toxica or like
Yeah.
all that kind of fucking stupid retarded shit.
Yeah.
You know, like he was like, man, look at this. Oh, this is so stupid. I'm like, yeah, it is, but please just don't send it to me anymore, man. Like I've had an overload of it.
Okay.
You know, like I would read it and I would just have a bad time. I would just
Okay.
have a bad time. You know, that's what happened with it. So I was like, fuck it. So maybe if I get like a month or 2 or 3 of like not having to read any of that kind of shit,
You'll crave
you
it.
know,
You'll crave it.
then maybe I'll crave it, or maybe I'll come back and give it like maybe a little whirl. You know, like maybe, okay, we can talk about these stupid assholes, but only like once every 3 episodes or something. I don't
Okay.
know. Or tone it down a little bit. You know, maybe if we make it last, if it's shorter, then maybe it won't be that much of a hassle too. You know, because yeah, I was just fucking hating it. I just can't stand stupid people, man. You know,
Dude, what are you
just-
gonna do?
Yeah, I know.
What you
right?
gonna fucking do?
What am I gonna fucking do? I know, but it was just God. It was getting horrible.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see like how stupidity transforms over time. Because right now it's this. 15 years, like it's gonna be even worse probably.
Do you think so though?
I don't know. Is like society gonna have like a renaissance of like?
I always thought about it like that, specifically like a renaissance.
A renaissance.
I kind of hope that that's what's gonna happen. It's like somebody someday is gonna be like, listen, we got to stop this shit that we're doing. You know, we're gonna let comedians do jokes, and we're not gonna get offended by them anymore.
Yeah.
But for that to happen, something like really bad has to happen before. You know, like there has to be like massive suicides or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, like something has to happen for people to like suddenly wake up and be like, yeah, we can't be these fastest fuckers anymore.
You have to wake up from the wake up, kind of.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you see the whole woke thing.
The whole woke thing, yeah.
Yeah. It's just really unsustainable.
Yeah.
You know, because everybody's trying to be woker than
Who's
the next
woker than the
person.
next yeah.
You know, and that's just a never-ending race. It'll get to a point where like what? So.
But you don't have friends that were like woke because
No.
I know like gringos in Chile. Mm-hmm. There's a special segment of gringos in Chile that are like, you know what? I was the most mistreated when I was a child, and like I'm the wokest of all. That like it
Really?
totally exists.
Really?
I'm not even kidding. There's a group of friends that I have that, like I hung out with them pretty regularly, and dude, there's like a hierarchy of people, and it's like who is the one that is, is the most empathetic to what's occurring.
Okay.
And it would be like, they would be so far. It'd be like they'd be so far to the left on stuff that they would have turned right.
True. Yeah. Of course. That has happened a lot. That has happened.
It's
a
crazy.
fucking lot.
Like
yeah.
on gun control.
Right.
I was like telling these people, like these fucking people, like gun control. Like you guys are woke, quote unquote. Like United States, we should, there's too much guns. They need you got to outlaw certain weapons.
Yeah.
And then the one girl's like, yeah, but do you know people who live in like these very, very poor neighborhoods and they're being attacked and they have no way to defend themselves? Mm-hmm. Like, do you have any empathy for those people? Like, this is why they need these AK-47s.
See, and that's what the guy was talking about at the UN. So you're saying that you want people to not be to be defenseless, but you're not saying that.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
saying that there's way too many guns, and
Way too
we
many
should
guns.
get
Therefore,
rid of. Yeah,
this
we
leads
should get
to-
rid of some.
Yeah.
Or maybe create harsher regulations.
Yeah.
But then you got this girl's like, so you're saying you want those people to be defenseless?
Yeah,
But that's not
exactly.
what you're saying at all.
No.
God, I
Like,
know.
Just look at the study.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think that you even need a study for that.
That's what,
man.
yeah, it's like common sense or
Yeah,
anything. Yeah.
But see, that's the thing, and these people are fucking creating it. They think that they're being woke, but actually they're not. They're just
They're so woke they become unwoke. That's the craziest thing.
Right, they go around. It's like a bad movie that is so bad that it's good. Yeah, these people are trying to be so woke that they're like not woke at all.
That's right.
Not woke at all.
They're the calculators. Whatever.
Yeah. God, I don't know. It's just fucking unnerving. I don't have friends like that. I don't.
You know,
have,
that's
like,
what that, okay.
woke
So you
friends.
just find these things. Like I had to interact with these people in the context of a group.
Yeah, like
it was
sometimes
like,
I've
dude, it was
interact
weird.
with groups of people, but I just like don't engage in those types of conversations. At all.
Okay.
You know, like I know, like if I go to a party or something. I remember once I was at this place. There were a lot of people talking about like this kind of shit. You know, like I don't know that Mario was machista for some fucking reason.
Mario?
You know, like Super Mario.
Oh, he's got to find Princess Peach.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was listening to it like from afar, and I had like so many things I wanted to say, and I was like, fuck it, you know, like I'm not. It's a lost battle, man. Like these people are just fucking dumb already.
There's this
You
article.
know, like because
like,
you can tell how they debate between each other. They don't even actually debate. It's just like echo chambering. They're just like, yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, that's true. Wow, yeah, you're totally right. You know? It's like, and it's like I don't know. It's like arguing with your grandma.
Oh yeah.
You know, like you're not gonna make your grandma change
She's
her
gonna be-
mind about certain things, right? So like, why bother? So I try not, like, for my mental sanity, I try not to like interact with those type of people because I know they're just fucked.
It's always like Mario's machista, but Yoshi is actually he's more woke because he's pro-abortion because he's always throwing the eggs.
What ticks me off most about like those kind of people is that, for example, when I was there, and I remember sometimes when I go out and I don't interact with a lot of people, which is now hardly happens. But what happens is that
Because you're stormed by fangirls.
I'm stormed by people that are like, please, I want to blow you. Please let me blow you, please. No, sometimes I'll hear them from afar and I'll listen to like what they're going at. And for example, when they were talking about these Mario being machista and shit like that, it's people that don't actually play video games to start with.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, really, man? You know, like how the fuck are you gonna debate with them? You know, if they already it's something that they already chose to believe.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the flat earthers and the fucking all that other shit. You know, so like, what are you gonna do against them? Nothing. You know?
There's really not much.
Like, there's not much to do. So, and it's not my job to fucking get them to understand. You know, they just don't really. It's a narrative that they believe is cool now. Or
That's what it is.
be.
It's like they understand everything so much to a certain level.
Yeah, when they totally don't, though.
But I'm sorry to have this take a turn this way because it was like, so why are you stopping your other podcast? Oh, because it turns into talking about these toxic people.
Yeah,
and now
yeah.
this fucking podcast turns talking about these toxic.
Yeah,
people.
no, but we're doing it like now, and just because you asked me, right? Like,
Yeah,
I don't mind about that. No, but I think it's that. You know,
Okay.
I just think that I could totally do with not having to forcefully have to read this kind of shit.
Are you the only person? You guys are the only people in Chile that like have that type of podcast, making fun of these certain people.
Well, actually, yeah,
yeah.
it's like the only one.
So you're
that's
creating
why-
a vacuum. You're creating someone else must take the lantern.
I know,
lantern,
right?
Like,
Well, that's the thing that kind of pisses me off a little bit because I feel in a certain way that if I stop doing it, then these people won.
yeah.
You know, it's like I
Yeah.
actually got beat by these fucking guys.
yeah.
You know, so that's what kind of ticks me off. Not like, oh, I want to be, you know, the most second heard podcast or whatever. You know, I don't really care much about the numbers. I mean, I do care. It's nice. But it's not like, oh, man, I'm going to lose all those visits and shit. It's not that.
Yeah.
It's just what ticks me off is that, there's going to be some people that are going to be like, yeah, that one's over at last.
Yeah.
You know, those fucking...
We got 'em.
Yeah, we got them. Those fucking cavemen. You know,
Yeah.
they make jokes about women. You know, fuck them. You know, that kind of pisses me off a little bit.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel that I would bring it back just to, you know, rain on those guys' parade. I thought we were gone, fuckers.
It's got to be like in the biggest moment of that,
Yeah.
like some sort of celebration. You bring it back.
Yeah.
I don't know what it would. Pro something day.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just that, the people that are really against it you can tell people that are never really listened to it.
But you got hate mail from people about your podcast.
I mean, I got hate mail about everything.
Yeah.
To be honest, not actual hate mail. I do.
But these groups
I
like
get
have
comments.
approached you from comments
No,
or
but never approach me directly. Very rarely does it happen.
Okay.
They'll send me screenshots of like, look at this shit. This is in some group a Facebook group, and I'm like, okay, I'll go check what it is, and I'm blocked. Like shit like that. You know, I want to go and like try to read the comments from afar. Oh, and I'm blocked already. You know?
No.
Like that kind of shit. But again, it doesn't really piss me off because most of what these people say are just lies.
I mean, like,
know?
I'm sure you brought up enough stuff that was like fresh meat for them.
Yeah.
Just like as in they gave you like fresh meat.
Yeah.
Your comments were
Totally,
fodder
yeah.
for a lot of people.
Totally, yeah. They must have been like, "Oh, look at this guy! He dared make a joke about a minority," you know, like, you know, and it's funny, and I love that, you know. I really don't mind it. Like I said, what kind of pisses me off is that in a certain way, they beat me, you know. They won this round.
They just wore you down.
Yeah, they just wore me down. You know, it's a war of attrition.
Yeah.
You know, basically, it's just a war of attrition, man.
Oh no.
But yeah, but like I said, all the hate mail and shit, like I don't get bothered by it because it's just mostly lies. It's just whatever you read about patriarcalmente hablando, you can tell it's just people that saw the name of it and said, yeah, these guys must be this, you know? They must be all right, you know, or they must be, I don't know, misogynistic or whatever flashy, trendy word of the day is going on.
Yeah.
You know, but if you actually heard it, we actually make fun of a lot of that kind of shit. You know, the man that fights and drinks. You know, I'm a man and I fight and I drink. And we have even characters. We make fun about everything. You know, that's the problem.
Okay.
I think that because today when you can take different types of sides, today it is seen as being somebody that is not strong-willed enough.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, when I think that it's just to be, you know, everything has to be a balance, right?
Yeah.
What do you prefer extreme heat or extreme cold? And now you don't. You just like warm temperature, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
something in between.
Yeah.
But people that are in between now are seen as like weak of
Pussy.
will. Pussy, you know,
Yeah.
right? So if we make fun of one type of people, they'll get pissed off and they'll be, yeah, fuck you, I'm unsubscribing. And then the next day we'll make fun of these other people. And these other people will say, fuck you, I'm subscribing. You should make fun of these other guys. And we're like, we just did it last episode, you know? So
I feel like there's something that's like true about that I think is cool. Or at least like The Daily Show, when Jon Stewart was on it, they made fun of Bush a lot because he was president. Like, and then Obama was president, they still made fun of Obama. Like, they always, whoever was president, like they just look for, they look for the cracks.
Yeah.
And it wasn't their job to necessarily, like they were to the left. It was kind of clear sometimes. But for the most part, like they just look for whatever sort of, I don't know, like misperspectives, corruption they could find, and they went for it.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't just pick one side. I feel like it's boring. There's a lot of like comedy or things in general where they you know their side from the beginning.
That's what we were talking about the other day, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like you can see that in comedians or even podcasts, man. Like if you listen to podcasts, like if you open Spotify and go to podcast charts, you can tell right away which ones lean where.
Yeah. When
You
it's
know?
too obvious, it's boring, man. It's got to be a surprise.
Well, obviously, you know.
Or you got to make fun of everybody to the same
Of
degree.
everybody at the same degree, you know. Maybe someday you'll go overboard with these people or something, but you know, like they gotta understand that when you make fun of something, it's not because you hate it. You know, it's just that he made fun of women, ergo he hates women. You
Yeah.
know, he made fun of a gay person, ergo he's homophobic. You know, it's just so untrue.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I'll get comments, oh, like that fat misogynistic bastard. And I'm like, I'm not misogynistic.
Have you seen
know?
Filthy Frank?
Of
You know?
course.
Oh man, he's so funny.
Of course. I love him, man. He was a deep loss to YouTube.
No, but his music good. Have you
Oh,
heard?
you mean like Joji?
Joji?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
yeah, I
Joji's
like him.
great, yeah.
But did you see his videos, though?
Crazy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Dude, that
He
guy's
was
insane.
awesome. Yeah.
Like the best YouTuber
Yeah.
became like a lo-fi hip-hop, whatever he does.
Yeah.
And he did like the transition was like seamless.
Yeah, and he suddenly quit YouTube just out of the blue. I remember that he did it even like with a post. He didn't even have like a goodbye video.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, I remember, because I followed him, I don't know, on Facebook maybe.
Filthy
He was
Frank,
like-
by the way, if you haven't seen.
Yeah, go watch TV Filthy Frank, man. It's awesome. Yeah, one day he was like, listen, I'm done with Filthy Frank. He fucks up my voice, you know?
Oh,
and it's,
really?
Yeah, because you remember the way he talked and all that, you know?
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah, and I'm done. So here's my new album, Pink Guy, you know?
Cool.
And yeah, and that's how he did it. Yeah, Filthy Frank, yeah. There you got somebody that made fun of like the shit that you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
And I read like millions of fucking comments also regarding Filthy Frank. I remember once I saw an interview about a comedian here in Chile, and I'm not going to tell you who he is on the air. And he was saying they were interviewing him.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, what kind of references do you have? And he said that lately he had been watching a lot of Filthy Frank, and he really liked him regardless of the very clear political leanings that he had.
Okay.
There are no clear Filthy Frank, really?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he's a
'cause
fucking cartoon.
it's a
man.
wacky character,
It's
yeah.
a wacky ass character.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I know that some people will maybe hate me for citing him as a reference, but please just understand that there are some aspects of him. I'm not necessarily his political views.
Yeah.
Really? Like, there's nothing political about that fucking character at all.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
he does
political
satire.
topics, yeah.
He'll
Yeah.
have social satire and that kind of shit, but you couldn't be like, yeah, he must have voted for Trump.
Yeah,
You know, which
that's
is like
true.
people really like to get to these days. You know, I bet he voted for this guy.
I mean, he found like the same audience of like,
Yeah.
fuck these particular people who are too sensitive about this.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Just go right for the,
yeah.
like they show weakness, go right for that weakness.
Yeah, let's go fucking kill him.
Yeah.
You know, whenever, what was the quote? When the rabbit screams, the fox comes a running, but not to help out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was in Hannibal, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, it's the same thing. Like when people get pissed off at me, I like it. I love it.
Yeah.
They'll show me like memes of like, look, they made a meme of you, and then I'll share it. Like, wow, that's so funny.
That's awesome.
You know, yeah, because I don't, like I said, if they ever found something that was like true, then maybe I would be like, yeah, hit a sore spot there, buddy. You know, fuck you, asshole. But no, they said, this guy's misogynistic. I'm like, no, I'm not. You know, this guy's an incel. You know, I had a girlfriend for fucking 10 years. You know, like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? So yeah, that's why I stopped with that other one. I could bring it back maybe. You know, I don't see it as something entirely crazy. You
That's
know?
a teaser.
It's a
That's
teaser.
a teaser.
You know, but like for now, I really don't plan on doing it.
Word.
You know? So do we have any other topics? I feel like we should have at least one more topic because this is our season finale.
The season finale.
The season finale. This means that for a month, people will not get their fix of What Wap Podcast.
Yeah.
And what are we going to do about them? Hold on, I'm going to go get a beer.
All right. Well, we had talked about bringing season 2 of this podcast with a slightly more educational undertone. I don't know exactly. I always love like the wink, wink. We're teaching you, but we're teaching you all the wrong things. I feel like we should go back with that. And so I'm hoping we'll come to an agreement. Season 2 will be more educational.
Yeah, we kind of forgot about the whole word of the day and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
At the beginning, it was going to be like our input to community, to society.
Yeah.
But then we just started like just fucking around and bringing Lester over.
Dude, we got to bring Lester back. But Lester's moving to the United States. Did you hear?
Yeah, I remember that he was leaving, but not forever though. He was going to be there to do like some acting gig and then coming back. No, you're right.
He might be gone. Yeah.
Yeah, like his intention is like to leave and make it.
Yeah.
Like he wants to be in Black Panther.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Black Panther 2.
Black Panther 2, right. He wants to be like the Panther.
Yeah.
You know, like I haven't seen that movie, so I don't know.
But he's taking him and his future wifey, his FW, who's got a lot of cake, as he says.
Yeah, the way he says it.
Yep. And they're going to the United States.
Oh, I didn't know.
Atlanta, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he was taking her with him.
I think she's going with him.
I thought it was just him. Cool, yeah, then we should bring him over before he leaves.
Before he leaves.
I know that he's leaving in March.
Early March-ish.
Early March.
Yeah.
Shit, so we should find out and then bring the show back before he leaves.
Yeah.
Or just shoot one like, hey, before you leave. You know?
Or at least get a sketch before he leaves.
Yeah.
Something, man.
Yeah, Lester's funny, man.
Yeah, he's great.
I saw a video of him yesterday in the California cantina. He was watching the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't drink, though.
He hasn't, since he had that kidney thing.
Yeah,
his kidney and lungs
he doesn't
or whatever.
drink at all.
He's zero drunk.
Yeah, that must fucking suck, man.
Dude, and he shows like what he eats. It's just like barley and egg white and lemon juice. That's his breakfast.
That's his breakfast, yeah. Lemon juice with some chia seeds.
Yeah, like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, no, like at 4, man. I've seen him sometimes. I've seen like some stories of him. It's like 5:55 and he's like at the gym. He's like, all right, man, ready to start the day. You know, like really so early, man. God, that guy's motivated.
Yeah.
He is totally motivated, man. I wish I could have his motivation. I could not for the life of me get up every single day at 4 a.m. just to fucking work out. You know? Like, it's hard to work out. It's just hard to work out.
Yeah.
You know? Imagine working out so early in the morning.
Every
I know that
day.
it's really good to... And every day. I know that it's good to work out in the morning, like, before you have breakfast, because when you burn the most calories.
Oh, yeah?
But I couldn't do it that early. Like, the time that I did go to the gym, that was really brief, by the way.
I remember you mentioned, like... Yeah, when I work out.
Yeah.
Like as if it was a thing you regularly do.
Yeah, there was
like,
a time that I regularly did it. Otherwise, I would be totally fucking overweight. Man, I was weighing 105
Kilos?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
107. I remember once 110.
Jesus.
God damn it. Now I'm at 98.
98, all right.
That's a lot, though. It's still a lot, man.
Yeah.
How much should I weigh? Like 80? Like 70?
I don't fucking know.
But you're taller than me a little bit.
I know, but
How much are you? Because you know that there's like a chart. Like, okay, you measure this high, so you should weigh this. Or is that a social construct too?
Probably a social construct.
Yeah, possibly, man. Fucking
I don't want to call you a fat fuck, and it's hopeless.
Yeah, I mean, you can call me a fat fuck. I don't care. I know I'm a fat fuck.
No. I'm just saying, dude. My metabolism, I can eat anything.
Yeah,
I
used to be that way.
I dare my body, man. I got a packet of bacon. I ate the whole fucking packet like a couple months ago.
In one sitting?
In one sitting. I just was like,
you motherfucker.
I was like, how bad is this gonna make me feel? And I was like, you know what? I feel just as fucking same. Like, I'm gonna do this again.
Really?
Yeah.
A whole packet of bacon.
The whole packet, just
I get
for
a
me.
packet of bacon and I have to eat like 2 strips. You know,
Yeah, I could have like all 16
I would
strips,
love to get all of them, you know, and just fucking wrap them around in more bacon, you know, and eat them. But yeah.
Dude, I did that a couple times even.
Yeah.
Just to prove that I could.
Yeah, your metabolism is different then.
Dude.
I remember when I was younger, I was really, really skinny, and also I could eat like whatever the fuck, and I would just be, and everybody would say like, yeah, and he eats, and nothing happens, you know. And then when I went to Canada is when I started getting fat.
Oh man.
Yeah, fucking Canadians, they ruined my life.
Fucking Canada.
They ruined my life, Canada. Yeah, that's the way it happened.
It's like,
yeah,
Canada.
yeah, but yeah, metabolism plays an important part, but it's just so hard to kind of do that shit, man. And also, like, to break out with, like, diet and that kind of crap, you know? Like, for example, if they told you, okay, you cannot eat, I don't know, bacon ever again, that would be totally fucked.
That was like Lester's diagnosis.
Yeah,
it was like no
exactly.
alcohol, no fat.
No alcohol, no fat, no nothing. Man, I don't know. I mean, obviously you can do it, but it would just be horrible to me.
Dude, I don't know.
I remember a cousin of mine, he was sick a while back. He had something like hypertension or some shit like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, and they told him, like, listen, you can only have 2 drinks maximum a week. And you can only eat like goat cheese and fucking pita bread and that kind of crap. And he used to eat like a lot like me. But he also worked out a lot, so it never really caught up with him. But, you know, like, you can be skinny and still be, like, unhealthy.
Yeah,
which was his
true.
case.
Okay.
You know? So, and then, yeah, he had to stop, like, really 2 drinks in a week. You know, like, this is my second drink now. You
Right
know?
now.
Right
Yeah.
now. Imagine that in a whole fucking week. Man.
Nah, that's scary.
That's, yeah.
I have a buddy who loves to party. He loves to party.
Mm-hmm.
He has a great time. He's hilarious. He just parties too much. Dude, he got like a stroke because he'd been drinking so much and dipping in other substances. Like, it constricted his blood vessels.
It must have been cocaine, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know that fucks up like your blood vessels and you can get strokes.
Yeah. So dude, he like coughed and it broke one of his blood vessels, his arteries that goes to his brain. And there's a 10% chance that he would have died on the spot.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, but he said it made it like his vision blurry, and he was disoriented, and he had to like from that, he was like about to just like try to sleep it off. He was like, you know what, I should just try to sleep this off. And then he's like, another brain in my head said like, this is how people die. Like,
oh god.
So another thing in his head. So he had to he walked to the hospital nearby. Turns out it was like a children's hospital in Las Condes, and they were like, no, we are not helping you. So he had taken, disoriented, like he's in the middle of a stroke, basically, take a taxi to one of the other hospitals in Las Condes, and he was there. I visited him twice. Yeah, he was there by himself for like 2 weeks.
God.
Yeah, and now he can't party, but he's still...
How young was he?
He's like 30, 32.
So he's pretty young.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't party like that anymore.
And now he's back having fun again.
Really?
And he's like, oh god, he's really hilarious and he's having a good time, but like this could...
Well, you could die,
turn
buddy.
out badly, yeah.
Yeah. God, man. That's some scary shit.
That is scary shit.
That is scary shit, yeah.
Dang.
To die from partying out.
He's not like a mean drunk or anything. Like, he's fun to hang around, yeah.
Yeah, he just really likes to party.
He's like, yeah.
We like to party. We like to party. That's an old ass fucking song.
They came back, didn't they? The Venga Boys?
I don't know. Did they?
Oh,
Did
that was
they
a
have
song
like
of Six Flags. That was a song, dude, full circle. That was a song
Really?
of Six Flags, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, come to Six Flags this summer. And they had the guy at the Six Flags.
The bald guy.
Yeah, the foreign bald guy. That's a song, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Man, I forgot all about that. So, I guess that would be it.
Yeah.
For the season finale.
The ominous
podcast.
Season finale.
How was it? Did you enjoy it? Because I remember that when I first approached you, you were like, no, I've never done a podcast before. I would like it. Do you think it has had a positive impact in your life? Has it had a negative impact on your life?
I think it's had a good impact because we get to talk about nonsense.
Uh-huh.
You always encourage me to watch like certain movies or like do shit besides just stare at my computer screen.
Yeah, did you watch The Lighthouse? Do you like it?
Lighthouse is a great film.
Yeah?
It was weird.
It was weird.
Yeah.
I was trying to watch Uncut Gems.
Okay.
That's the one with Adam Sandler where everybody's like, wow, I guess Adam Sandler can actually act.
Oh, he is a good actor.
Yeah. So I tried watching it last night, but I think I must have been too sleepy. But I saw like 30 minutes of just people screaming bad words.
Okay.
And fuck this, fuck that, oh, motherfucker. And everybody was just yelling. So I was like, nah, I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a try again. I mean, I have to. But the first 30 minutes I saw, gotta tell you, I wasn't that impressed.
Adam Sandler has to do like one. He has to do one like kind of film that's recognized by the greater critics to be good. Mm-hmm. And then he has license to just do like 10 terrible films.
Exactly.
That's what he always does.
Yeah.
I know his tricks.
Yeah. I know what he's doing.
Then he sells out to Netflix and he makes some fucking shit movie.
Yeah, but this one is from Netflix though. Uncut Gems, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you want to watch it, it's there. Uncut Gems. I tried watching it last night. Wasn't really a fan of it. Lighthouse was okay. You liked that one. Which other one did you watch? I remember that I gave you two, I think.
I mean, I didn't see Parasite just yet.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet? Okay.
But, I mean, I saw Midsummer.
Midsummer was all right.
Yeah.
I liked it. That one's not nominated, though, to anything. Or maybe it is, like art direction, maybe, or something. It could be nominated to art direction. The art was really good there.
It would, yeah. But then I met a guy from Sweden.
Okay.
They're the tours. And I was like, Midsummer.
Yeah.
Like, you guys have crazy traditions.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And he's like, oh, man, I saw the movie, too, and it's not like that, man. It's like...
It ruined our tourism. People do not want to go to Sweden anymore because of that fucking movie.
Yeah. He's like, we have this smorgasbord. We have a lot of people sitting at the table. We do all these things. We're at the party, drinking, and all this. But no, we're not going to kill you.
But no, we're not going to kill you. Or
don't worry about that, man.
Make you jump off cliffs and shit.
Yeah. He was funny.
So again, you think it has had a positive impact then?
Yeah, man. Thanks for inviting me to do this podcast.
Yeah. No, thanks for accepting, man. I didn't even know who the fuck you were when we first got together. You didn't even know who the fuck I was.
Not really, no.
No. See,
I just been like that guy who...
You gained a friend.
I learned a lesson out of all this. That you know what? Xenophobia shouldn't be so frowned upon. No,
true. It's awesome, man. We're all a little bit xenophobic, you know? Come on. We can fuck around with it.
Yeah.
I think that when you fuck around with it, you acknowledge that it's wrong, right?
Exactly.
If you laugh.
Yeah.
You know? Because normal would be like, so you seen any of those fucking Peruvians lately? Man, those guys, man. You're like, yeah, no, fuck them. No, but you're laughing, right? Because you know that's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
Let's face it, Peruvians suck, though. They're the worst kind of.
Coming from a Canadian.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so we should be back then by March, I believe. We're going to try to get Lester to be here on the last podcast before he fucks off back to the motherland.
Yeah.
And
get some of that Lester love.
Yeah, and we're going to try to be more educational next season.
Yeah.
Try to bring more words of the day and shit like that.
Yeah, specific cultural comparisons.
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing that in the cultural comparisons. We talked about football and American football.
Yeah.
You know? So I think on that department we've done well. I just think that we got to be a tad more educational, maybe, perhaps.
But just as many Jaeger bombs.
Just as many Jaeger bombs at 9 a.m, you motherfucker.
That was great, man.
Man,
actually,
I was
had a
drunk
really fun
the
day.
rest of that day.
That was so much fun.
Really?
Yeah.
I was drunk the rest of that day.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it just sucked for me,
I didn't give
man.
a fuck.
Yeah, no, it just sucked for me, man. Because now, like I said, I don't really enjoy being drunk anymore. It's not cool anymore. But it just makes me sleepy.
Okay.
Because I was like, yeah, I'm drunk. Whoa. And I was like, fuck, I'm drunk.
Yeah.
I need to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. You know? So that kind of shit. I'm hungry. I want to go to bed. You know? But yeah, before it would be like, yeah, I'm drunk. Woo.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's getting old for you.
But every party you have, you always end up wasted. You always end up wasted.
No, not lately.
Okay.
Now I kind of drink like for the whole night, but now Like, for example, La Piscola, like if I would do it, like I used to do it like 70-30 or 60-40.
Yeah.
Now I go like 20-80.
Okay.
You know, like I put like not enough pisco. You know, some people.
No one's
drink
looking.
it.
You put less.
No, I don't care. I don't care. They
Oh,
make
yeah.
fun of me. That's all right. But they're like, yeah, oh, you fucking faggot. Come on, man. Throw some more in it. Come on, let's get drunk. I'm like, yeah, I'm all right, buddy. You know, I'll just let me do my thing here. And then, yeah, I haven't been drunk in a long time. I have drunk, but I haven't been drunk in a long time.
No.
For real, yeah. Because I drink
Come
a
on,
lot,
man.
but I drink a lot. And then, yeah, the last time that we were here all partying.
Yeah,
the
till like
people,
4, 5 o'clock in the morning.
I wasn't drunk, though.
Okay.
Because you saw me, I was pouring like these little tiny quantities of alcohol and a lot of fucking soda.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just do that, 20 of alcohol, 80% bebida. And it has worked out fine. The next morning when I wake up, I don't want to kill myself. It's just like, I'm just really thirsty.
Yeah.
And I can live with thirst. I can deal with that. I can't deal with hangovers, though.
I can't deal with.
The hangovers are horrible now that I'm 32. So anyway, that was the end of What Wap Podcast. We'll be back then, early March.
You buckle up.
You buckle
Season
up.
2 is going to be a big
We're
one.
coming. We're coming for you.
To your home to educate you.
To educate you on English shit.
On all the lessons that English has to offer.
All right. So, as usual, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for sharing this podcast, for telling people, hey, have you ever heard that podcast that's in English? Oh, yes, of course I have.
Yeah, now they know.
Really good. Now they know.
What Way a Podcast.
Tell people.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. But tell everybody about it. What Way a Podcast.
All right, guys. We'll see you in March. Have some nice vacations. And don't drink too much, man. And that's it, I guess.
Party on.
Party on, Wayne, and party on, Garth. All right, man. Take care. See ya. Bye-bye.